The Villanova Wildcats are the 2015 Big East Tournament champions.
Euphoria would give way to disappointment as Villanova failed to get close to its goal of winning a national championship banner. 30 years after, the school shocked the basketball world by upsetting Georgetown in the 1985 title game. Meanwhile, a banner year is being unwrapped thousands of miles away in Los Angeles for this former Wildcat star. It's been 55 years since George Raveling ended his playing career on the main line. Now, for good reason, Nova's 9th all-time leading rebounder is in a reflective mood these days.
The thing I'll always be indebted to Villanova was that they took a far greater interest in me as an individual and as a student than they did as a basketball player. And as a result, they prepared me to go out in the world and to be a responsible citizen.
Raveling was Nova's team captain as a senior in 1960. 4 years after that, he came back to the school as an assistant coach.
I started out trying to help them in recruiting of student athletes, and then subsequently that segmented into being what I guess someone would call today the recruiting coordinator.
Decades as a college head coach that followed would serve as the foundation that brought Raveling his greatest individual accolade recently. For his many contributions to the game, the 77-year-old was elected to the 2015 class of the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. Looking back on a career that began at Villanova, the coach told me he's not going into the Hall alone.
With these awards comes a certain responsibility too. And so as you accept this award, I think it becomes incumbent upon you to be a sterling role model. It's important to me, the legacy that I leave for my son and my daughter. It's to the players that I coach, the people that I rub shoulders with on a daily basis.
In 2013, Raveling was inducted into the College Basketball Hall of Fame. That year marked the 50th anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech, the original manuscript of which Raveling owns, as the coach showed us at his home a few years ago. Dr. King gave it to him that day in 1963.
That's you there.
Yeah, that's me right there,
wow.
right there. And that's King, and there's the rabbi doing the closing.
A volunteer job working security became a treasured moment. Following those early Villanova days, Raveling became a pioneer among African-American coaches, as well as an author of 2 books and an overall representative for the game that's given him so much. This library in Coach Raveling's home tells many stories of his more than 60-year involvement with the sport he loves so dearly. One of his prized possessions is this book, written by and autographed by former President Harry Truman. For more than 30 years, the coach kept tucked neatly inside Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech for safekeeping. So on the subject of dreams, I asked him, going back to his days at Villanova, if he ever at any point had the dream that he would be selected to the Hall of Fame.
No. It was never my dream to go to college. I mean, my mom and dad never finished high school, so why was I going to think that I was going to go to college? And so at the time I grew up in D.C. in the 40s, black folks didn't have the luxury to have big dreams. You're just trying to get from day to day and survive.
Raveling's current job is Director of International Basketball for Nike. In all his travels over all his years, the trip he'll make in September to Springfield, Massachusetts for the induction ceremony will be his shining moment. Ron Burke, Comcast Sportsnet.